as the sky cast dark shadows over the land, a fragile peace filled the villages and cities, a peace that had lasted over 60 years since the end of the Great War. But on a mysterious night, this peace began to fade, and whispers of fear crept back into the hearts of the people, spreading rumors about the return of the Queen of Chaos. It was said that Selene, a mythical figure once known as the Mother of Demons, had returned from the realm of shadows, wielding a formidable power that could tempt the weak and awaken the greedy. As Celine roamed the lands, sowing seeds of chaos and tempting the suffering with false promises, a glimmer of hope appeared. A group of heroes, coming from distant lands, had risen to face the Queen of Darkness and protect their world from ruin. Raylan, the valiant warrior, lived a simple life in his mountain village, but knew only courage and bravery. Deep within his heart, Raylan believed he was destined to protect the earth and its people, and when he heard of Selene's evil, he did not hesitate to set off to face this menace. Alina, the wise sorceress, had devoted her life to studying the arts of magic in the deep woods of Eleonora, where she learned how to balance light and darkness. When she sensed Celine's return, Alina realized that this ancient power was beyond human limits and that she had to set out to stop it. By chance, these heroes met in a village that darkness, where they fought side by side against Celine's followers, had ravaged, realizing afterward that they all shared the same goal. From that night on, they decided to unite their strengths and face this evil together. They embarked on a perilous journey across cursed lands, facing fierce monsters and dark spirits controlled by Celine. As they advanced, they uncovered hidden tales about Celine, as though they were peeling away layers of history. The ancient manuscripts spoke of an entity that had been exiled long ago, and of its relentless struggle with the light. This new knowledge fueled their resolve and strengthened their spirits. After weeks of travel and adventures, the heroes found themselves before a great shadow-shrouded tower where Celine had hidden herself and her powers. They cautiously climbed the tower's gloomy corridors, fighting off her creatures who were created solely to protect the Queen of Chaos. Finally, they reached a vast dark hall filled with an overwhelming sense of dread. There stood Celine, waiting for them, surrounded by an aura of both light and darkness, gazing at them with eyes burning with rage and cruelty. After weeks of travel and adventures, the heroes found themselves before a great shadow-shrouded tower where Celine had hidden herself and her powers. They cautiously climbed the tower's gloomy corridors, fighting off her creatures who were created solely to protect the Queen of Chaos. Finally, they reached a vast dark hall filled with an overwhelming sense of dread. There stood Celine, waiting for them, surrounded by an aura of both light and darkness, gazing at them with eyes burning with rage and cruelty. Raylan stood firm against her, bravely facing her attacks, while Alina cast powerful spells to break her protective shield. The battle raged on as if the world around them had vanished. With their combined efforts, the heroes finally defeated Celine. Her power faded, her body dissolved into shadows, and with her fall, the lands she had ravaged began to see light once again, as if life itself had returned. The heroes returned home, each carrying memories of this adventure. Yet, within each of them lay a certainty that the struggle was not truly over. There would still be remnants of Celine's followers who might spread chaos once more, and they knew that their brave hearts would always be ready to protect their world, no matter how many shadows gathered.